Hi everyone, I am Heidi Zizz, and I am stepping way out of my comfort zone here to do some videos and start a YouTube channel, specifically at first about homeschooling. So I'm going to do a little intro. I'm going to talk about how we started homeschooling, and then the other videos will go on to talk about some other things. But I imagine that most of you who are watching know me and my family, but for those of you who may not, I was an educator, and I have a degree in early childhood education from Kansas State University, and I taught in the classroom for a while, and then I taught in different churches for a while. And when it came time for our oldest son to start school, we enrolled him in public school. And we were living in Kansas at the time and working at a camp. My husband and I have been married for 18 years, and we have now 6 children. So we have 4 biological children and 2 that we have adopted from the foster care system. So just to give you a little snippet of what our family looks like, our oldest is a boy, and he will be 15 tomorrow. So boy 15, boy 12, girl 10, girl 7, girl 6, boy 3. So that's the current ages of our kids. And when Jarrett, our oldest, was starting school, we put him in public school, and he did 1 semester in the public school system in Kansas, and we just found that he was struggling to be challenged, and it was not his teacher's fault or the school district's fault or anybody's fault. His teacher was amazing, and she was very supportive of us, but he was, because of where we lived and the proximity to the school, he was spending a great deal of time away from the home, and not being very challenged at school because he was a very natural learner and could actually read before he started kindergarten. So when we came to the end of that first semester, his kindergarten year, we kind of asked ourselves, why are we doing this? We're paying a lot of money for him to get to the bus and gas, and he's gone all day, and when are we supposed to be influencing our child? And I have a degree for this, so I can do this, at home. And so we pulled him out in the middle of his kindergarten year, and we started homeschooling. And at the time, he was 6, and our next one was 4, and the next one was 2. And so we pulled him out, and we started homeschooling. And I had friends who were homeschooling, but not very many. But I was given a giant box of curriculum that was a wide, variety of a whole bunch of stuff that a dear, dear friend of mine had used and was no longer using. And so that's how we started, and we just started school. We never had the die-hard homeschooler mentality. We never had the anti-public school. It was never anything like that. It was just, hey, I have the ability to do this. We can have him at home a little bit more, and we can challenge him at his pace, which appears to be ahead at this point of his peers, and he was getting bored, although he never really used those words. So that started our homeschool journey, and we have just kept with it ever since. We do determine each year for each kid what the best type of schooling is for them. So every year and every kid, we kind of ask, hey, is this still what's best? Is this still working? When we moved from Kansas to Arizona over 6 years ago, we looked at all the schools here. We looked at public schools, we looked at private schools, we looked at charter schools, we looked at all of them. And we came kind of in the middle of a school year, and so we finished that school year, and then by the time it was time to start in the fall again, we had determined that it was still best for everyone to be schooled at home. So that kind of is what started our homeschool journey. It was a little bit by accident. I didn't intend to be a homeschool mom necessarily. And I don't know if I'll be a homeschool mom forever, but for this season and for each of the kids that we have right now, it is working for everybody. So I just wanted to do kind of an intro for this one. I know that there are a lot of people who have started to question what they're going to do for school this year. Even now, as school has, some schools have already started, people are still questioning, like, are we doing online school? Are we going to send them to in-person school? Are we doing school at home? Are we doing homeschool? And yes, those are two different things. Even in the spring, I had lots of people reaching out to me and just saying, help, I'm struggling with this school at home stuff. And I said, you're doing something that's much harder than what I'm doing, because I got to pick my curriculum and I get to dictate what my days look like, and you don't get to do that necessarily when you're doing online school through the public school system. So I have had since March until now a great number of people reach out to me about homeschooling and how do I homeschool, and what curriculum do you use, and what does your homeschool room look like, and how do you teach different grades, and how do you teach different kids with different abilities, and all of that kind of stuff. So I wanted to just start the conversation. If you continue to watch the videos, then those are the questions that I'm hoping to answer. If you have questions that you want answered, I would love to answer them for you to the best of my ability. So whether that's reaching out, if you have my cell phone number, or if you are friends with me on Facebook and you want to send some questions about things that you want answered, I would love to do that. So my plan is to do some follow-up videos with how do you homeschool, what does your day look like, what are your curriculums are you using, that kind of stuff. But I would love to answer specific questions too. I will say this, I don't believe that homeschooling is for everybody, but I do think that more people are capable of homeschooling than think they are. So I would say, if you're considering it, don't let fear be the thing that pulls you out of it or deters you from doing it. It's a big commitment. It's a big decision. It's a big thing, but it is something that you can do. You can figure this out. It's going to require, stretching some new muscles and trying some new things and learning some new rhythms for your family. But it is possible to educate your child at home if you feel like the options that are being presented to you from your schools are not the best options for your family. So feel free to share this video if you would like. I know literally nothing about YouTube. I didn't even know really how to set up my own channel. I had to YouTube how to start a YouTube channel. So this is not like my sweet spot. These are not going to be polished, edited, cool videos with intros and outros and music. No, that's not happening. This is just me sitting in my bedroom after my kids are in bed, having a conversation, and I hope that it will be helpful for some of you as you're trying to navigate this world that we're in, and the chaos and the schools being closed and what to do. So I want to keep these pretty short, and so I will wrap up for now. But if you have questions, like I said, find a way to get them to me. I would be happy to try to answer those questions, and hopefully we can kind of walk this road together, and I can give you some encouragement and some advice from the years that I've been homeschooling. I do not claim to know everything there is to know about homeschooling. I'm still learning. My oldest is starting high school this year, and we're doing something completely different than we've done before. So I'm still learning, but it's nice when you have people that have been there that are willing to kind of have a conversation and a dialogue with you about what they learned and what they do and how they can be helpful. So that's what I'm hoping for here. So until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.